going to introduce Melissa Burkhold, who is in a leadership position along with Susan Potters at the Maine Alliance for Arts Education, and a portion of the work that MAAE does involves what's called the ABC, the Arts Are Basic Coalition. And so I'm going to let Melissa start to introduce the ABC leadership team that we have, and they're going to be giving some reports, I believe, Melissa, correct?
Yes, that is correct, and thank you, Jason. Our first report is from our visual art folks that we work with. I'm going to introduce in just a second Lynda Leonas and Argy Nestor. Lynda Leonas is the president of the Maine Arts Education Association, and she is going to be interviewed by Argy Nestor, who has been an arts educator for 45 years, and she presently serves as the director of the Sweetland Middle School in Hope. You're going to hear from all four of our partners in the Arts Are Basic Coalition today, starting off with the visual art folks, and you're going to hear this in sort of an interview format where one person is going to be asking some questions of the other. So with that, I will get ready to turn it over to you guys. Thank you very much. Take it away.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to be joining this morning and to have an interview with Lynda and participate in this event with everyone. So good morning, Lynda. I think you're muted, Lynda.
There you go. I was hopping on just to let you know, remember to unmute yourself. There you go.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Argy.
So the pandemic, as we all know, in which administrators at this time have turned to the arts and realize how uniquely we deliver instruction. We know one of the greatest benefits that arts educators are addressing is the social and emotional needs of learners. So Lynda, if you could share what are some of the challenges that arts teachers have faced this year, and of course we know many of those, but to outline them, and what are some of the strategies used in facing the difficulties for learners and teachers?
Yeah, COVID-19 impact really determined that all educators assist in measures that diminish the loss of learning this year, including in the arts. Art teachers are really utilizing a variety of technology tools and different teaching methods that have expanded student achievement. So 2 years ago, I was reminded by a colleague and literacy coach, Karen Collins, that Albert Einstein had instructed us how, quote, education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think, end quote. The implementation of visual strategies uses that practice of hands-on engaging teaching methods that truly challenge the students' thinking, and it helps the students develop systems they can use to access and process knowledge across disciplines.
I'm really glad that you mentioned the focus of knowledge across disciplines, Lynda. Visual art educators naturally connect curriculum with other content areas, not as a handmaiden, but art often dictates this type of teaching and learning. Tell us, how does connected curriculum impact a child's art skills in a broad sense, as well as learning content?
Right. Arts-focused connected curriculum really allows the students to construct new understandings. It also enables them to kind of hold on to that learning longer as a result. One statewide community partner, Bates College Museum of Art, and I implemented an arts-focused literacy project this year with 5th and 6th grade students in Auburn. The focus upon the art concepts and the depiction of the unique personal character traits through collage responded to the museum's current exhibit by Ashley Bryan. He's a local Maine artist. And once students truly explored Bryan's works virtually, Bates was able to return through a virtual program to teach our students about nouns and adjectives, verbs, adverbs, and synonyms. Through the 1,000 Words Project with Bates College Museum of Art, I really feel that the visual arts in practice with the Common Core content engage the student minds to retain that new literacy knowledge.
I'm so impressed, Lynda. I love this unit that you describe and you've done with your learners, connecting Ashley Bryan with literacy. a Maine treasure Ashley is. Ashley's stories and images serve as a strong example of empowering the student to move to the center of their learning. Can you tell us how else this has impacted your classroom instruction and student achievement?
Sure. Within just 5 40-minute art classes, the process of developing and forming those connections in writing became not only available to the students, but more workable for each of them. The students were able to connect words and images from Ashley Bryan's works to make meaningful poetic lines and sentences using proper English language skills. The students were more able to walk themselves through formulating detailed descriptions. Through this sort of arts focused literacy program, students in Auburn were able to explore and practice those English language arts concepts that, due to COVID closures last March, have been negatively impacted. The visual arts and practice with that common core content can truly train student minds to think procedurally.
That's awesome. We all know that an excellent arts education is essential if we're going to prepare students for the future. So this next question is actually a two-part question. A critical component to helping every student reach their potential is the relationship a teacher establishes. But what about teachers? Who is supporting them during this pandemic? And what role do you see that the state education agencies and Maine's professional arts education organizations have in supporting teachers to provide a high quality arts education and access to it for all students to succeed?
Terrific questions, Argy. We know that many art educators feel isolated here in Maine. They may be the only arts educators in their district at a specific grade span or even at all. Supporting them currently relies upon building community among all highly qualified arts educators, which is truly a collaborative effort, an effort that promotes ongoing professional development for arts educators and truly opens access to current communications concerning the role arts education takes in supporting educators and students. Maine's Visual and Performing Arts Associations do this very well alongside the Department of Education, the ABC Coalition, and the Maine Arts Commission. As for providing high quality arts education to every Maine student, educators that are absolutely trained and certified within the field they are asked to teach and lead are not optional as we seek to develop knowledgeable and compassionate students here in Maine. We rely upon state agencies, legislators, and our local leaders to advocate for arts educators as classroom teachers with compensating pay structures rather than as support staff, as happens in some districts currently. And we rely upon our partnerships to encourage and commit to those struggling districts to comprehend and access the specialty of our fine arts degrees as being based in science by each art discipline and also unique from general education degrees. Therefore, we're very necessary to the general education curriculum, especially in times of financial need. Our arts educators' classrooms are always open, and we welcome everyone, and we're available to support the work our legislators do at any committee level. I encourage you to reach out to our organizations throughout the state. Maine citizens continue to ask for extraordinary investments in public education. The fine arts offer all citizens the extraordinary. Together, and with your ongoing support, our goal is to bring comprehensive and inclusive arts programs to everyone within our geographical challenge.
Thank you, Lynda.
Thank you, Argy. It was a joy being with you today.
Yes, same here.
Good day, my name's Neve, and art to me is my coping mechanism when I'm going through hard times. I've been into art for longer than I can remember, but art has been especially important to me during the pandemic. For instance, I've been doing art shows while social distancing with my friend and stepsister. I believe art is an important part of our education because there's so many well-paying jobs, such as fashion designer, illustrator, fine arts, architect, and last but not least, a photographer slash film. In summary, without having a passion for art, I would not have a way to cope with my feelings appropriately. I am very thankful for this opportunity to share my experience with art. Bye.
Hi, I'm Maya, and art has impacted my life a lot, especially during coronavirus. A couple ways it has affected me is that it keeps me busy and happy. Art is really fun and enjoyable. It is also something you can do on your own. Unlike other hobbies, you don't need other players or a team. Another way it has impacted me is it gives me a way to express myself. I am pretty introverted, and sometimes I don't always want to express myself. And art gives me a way to do it. One more way that has affected me, I have art shows every once in a while, and I can make up to $100. I save up all this money and put it away to my college fund. I also think that art is an important part of education because not everyone is an athlete or enjoys doing things in large groups. And art gives people something to strive in and be good at. Also, paint nights are great for everyone. It gives you something to look forward to and to keep connected to your friends, especially if you are all remote and don't see your friends too often.
Art is important to me because even when I'm not feeling good with my Alport syndrome, it distracts my mind and puts me in a whole new world. It is something I can do even when I need my kidney transplant and I continue to lose my hearing. No matter what is going on, I feel carefree when I'm doing my art.
Hello, my name is Darby, and I am in 7th grade. The reason why art is so important to me is because without it, I would not be who I am today. Without art, my stepsister and I would not have such a deep and strong relationship. Without art, my mom and I would not be able to communicate every time I fell off my bike. Without art, my family would fade away, and we would not be there when someone turns a sharp corner to love them. When COVID first started, I thought it was going to pass, but the next thing you know, we have to start wearing masks everywhere. After 1 week of stress, I decided I need to find something to do to take my stress away. So I did art. All kinds, too, like painting, coloring, clay, anything you can imagine. I was not just doing art because I was stressed. I was doing it because that's what I love. And even though I still had a lot of stress, art helped me express that. It made me put all my anger and hate away. No matter how hard life can be, art will always be there to help you heal.
The Maine Art Education Association. Art education for Maine.